Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Anime Chat with me, your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You can call me Pop for short. And on today's show, we're wrapping up the theme of the month, which is anime that was turned into video games or video games that were turned into anime. Every month's a different theme, and that just happens to be the one for June. So what we'll do here is we'll go through the news of the week, get you all caught up on that. We'll check out some rankings of what the shows of the spring season, where they've fallen. And we'll check out the main event. I'll show you some of the shows that have video games or video games that have shows. And then we're going to do the summer picks because the spring season has come to an end. And now we're going to pick the summer shows to start watching. But before I get to all that, I'm going to welcome in everyone in the chat there. It looks like Sylvia. Nice to see you. And Detective Roger. Yeah, you're new around here. Welcome. And of course, Fabric Folds. How you doing, Fabric? Let me just get things... There we go. We got the news from the Anime News Network. We'll start back on Monday, and we'll see what has gone on the past week. The World is Dancing anime unveils final trailer, ending song artist, and more cast members. This should make Shum very happy. Uma Musume Pretty Derby franchise announces first world tour with performance in Los Angeles. The tour also features stops in London, Seoul, Yokohama. All right, so for all you guys that like the Pony Girls, it's the world tour is coming. Next up, The Insipid Prince's Furtive Grab for the Throne anime reveals 2 new cast members. Azusa Banjo's I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl manga gets TV anime. That sounds like a weird one, but okay. Saved by the Ice Cold Prince's Embrace light anime second teaser unveils ending song, more cast members, and a July 7th debut. The Oblivious Saint Can't Contain Her Power anime's new video reveals more staff and theme songs. Liar Game anime reveals trailer, visual, cast, theme song artist for the second part. Blue Reflection Quartet compilations trailer previews story. New Ghost in the Shell anime reveals English dub cast. I'm more of a subtitle kind of guy. I like the original voice actors, so. And Ghost in the Shell is really good. It's been around for a long time, so if you have not seen Ghost in the Shell, I would say at least give it a shot. Maybe with this new one. HIDIVE premieres Hell Mode Season 2. The Forsaken Saintess and her foodie road trip anime at Anime Expo. Sony's annual US SEC report makes no mention of planned PC releases. One Piece Heroines animation trailer reveals Aina the End's theme song. I don't know if I'll be watching this one. I've read the light novels that this is based on, and they weren't too bad, but if you're going to do One Piece, make sure your character designs look like what people have been watching for the past, 30 years, or almost 30 years. This is supposed to be Nami on this picture here, and yeah, that's a choice. You chose to do that character design. I wouldn't have. Hey, it's Veritax. Hey, Veritax. How you doing? Stopping by for a little bit of anime news, are you? Next up, Shakugan no Shana Blaze Edge browser game reveals gameplay video. The Strongest Man, Born from Misfortune anime reveals teaser image and 2027 debut and the staff. You're not normally here like this early, but you're not feeling well at church, strange headache, possible dehydration or sugar, so came home to do what you need to do to get through. Yeah, man. Hey, dehydration is no joke. Get yourself some water and put some salt in it too, because saline solution is supposed to help out with dehydration. So if you do that and drink it slow, right? Don't chug it down. But yeah, try to keep yourself hydrated. Chainsmoker Cat anime gets Uncut Evil Dragon Unleashed version. Okay. That's all for Monday. Let's move along to Tuesday. With Vengeance, Sincerely, Your Broken Saintess. Season 2 debuts on October the 1st. The 20th anniversary of Sergeant Frog Film's new video previews opening song. The Ribbon Hero anime film's second trailer reveals more cast and theme song. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 games trailer previews story and new characters and West City. Fool Knight manga gets TV anime from Sunrise. Shaft on Netflix worldwide this year. The One Piece anime remake unveils first episode artwork. Somebody asked me if I was gonna watch this on Discord. They're like, "Hey, you gonna watch this?" And I'm like, "I watched this 25 years ago. I'm not gonna start at the beginning. I'm already all caught up." So nope. That's okay. I've watched it. It's all good. We may need to add in something with electrolytes for sure. It was a long week. You walked more this week than in the months moving. Full furniture and oh yeah. Electrolytes, sure. Gatorade, Powerade, but you always should cut it with water. Like put in some Gatorade, Powerade, or whatever. Coconut water is supposed to have lots of electrolytes too, Veritax, just in case. You had to squint a second. You thought Fabric was just telling you to need to rest and eat children, not chicken soup. That doesn't show me my brain's not working right. I don't know what. Yeah. I know Fabric's out there, but I don't think he'd start suggesting that. You know, he is our large breed veterinarian, so he does have his medical background. Sparks of Tomorrow anime streams video message from director Minoru Ota. Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition game announced with same-day release on the Switch 2. I wonder if Angry Canadian's going to pick that one up. I know he's a Sonic fan. There you go. From Fabric, V8 is an excellent way to replace electrolytes. Even generic vegetable or tomato juice beats Gatorade. Yeah, right on. Right on, Fabric. Yeah, I mean, if anything that can beat Gatorade or Powerade or whatever. Sonic Racing Crossworlds game adds Classic Sonic, Crazy Taxi's Axel, Samba de Amigos Amigo. Uta no Prince Sama Dolce Vite. Uta no Prince Sama Shining Live Games announces release dates. Crazy. Cupid Parasite game launches for PC via Steam on September the 22nd. Cupid Parasite. Okay. G-Kids to release Chao anime film on Blu-ray disc on September the 22nd. Good old G kids. Veritex is sometimes like pineapple juice, but sugar is high. That's not a good. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't like Fabric said, V8 or tomato juice. Detective Roger, you're not much into anime, but you might just call you Roger. Okay, that's fine. You can just call me Pop. I know that's anime is not everyone's cup of tea. It's not just kids shows though. Like there are some serious genres you can get into. You want to watch political thrillers or whatever like that, or just some good down to earth shows that aren't too wild and crazy. I also did my 1 month theme of beginners anime, so it is on my channel. So if you're ever looking to start anime, I have done a month of just beginners anime for people that want to get into it, just sort of ease into it. Hey, what's up, Godzillionaire? Everyone's favorite kaiju is in the chat. Just don't call him Shirley. Yes, don't call me Shirley. Hey, what's up? It's the Comic Relief Crusader. How you doing, CRC? Comic Relief Crusader, he has a channel and he streams on it as well. He does his movie matinees on Saturdays, but then he also does his drawing stream called Huge Circles because he's drawing his own comic. And you can see him doing it live today at noon Mountain Time. Pineapple juice of the city doesn't do your stomach any favors, and the high sugar content will not help you there. Look at Fabric busting out with the facts. We really appreciate it, Fabric. Cupid Parasite sounds like your fourth girlfriend. Oh, nice. All right, where were we here? Sakamoto Days Season 2 teaser reveals new cast, updated staff, and a January 2027 debut. Also, Roger, if you're interested, I do gaming on Saturdays. I do anime on Sundays, but then I do skilled trades talks on Tuesday. So if you like electricians, millwrights, welders, we talk industrial stuff on Tuesday nights. So if you like that, you can always try that out too. We get pretty industrial there. Kingdom is an excellent starter anime. I was thinking stuff like maybe Star Blazers, or it's called Space Battleship Yamato, but you could try that one. That's pretty tame. Or Patlabor would be okay, I think. Stuff that's not kid centric, Anyways, let's move along here. Uchu Nanachara Kotetsu-kun Space Academy manga gets anime film. Mika Picasso's Rebel Robotica project gets anime. And that's all for Tuesday. Moving along to Wednesday. Iron Walk Jan Anime's alternate promo video reveals new cast member and ending song. The Forsaken Saintess and her foodie road trip in another world anime's second promo video previews the ending song. Classroom of the Elite TV anime gets 5th season. The One Piece anime remake first teaser trailer reveals Mayumi Tanaka's reprisal as Luffy. Oh, wow. I was hoping they would probably get somebody else, because isn't she quite elderly? And I know she's an iconic voice actress, but you're going to make her do all 25 years worth of One Piece again? Come on now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, Godzillionaire posted in my Discord about the Marin thing where they're like, she's a feminist icon. And it's like, no, she's not. She likes to cosplay. She wants to dress up as her favorite characters. I don't know how that makes her a feminist icon. People are just messed in the head, especially the tourists that come to the that come into the anime scene there. They don't know what they're talking about. Let's see. Oh, yes. Singapore studio Kasagi Labo announces new Ninja Scroll project. Hey, new Ninja Scroll. Right on. That's all right. I still have my original Ninja Scroll on VHS. The movie. It has done so well. Singapore studio Kasagi Labo announces new Kashan 2045 project. Okay, so we're getting more Kashan. There you go. There's the link for Comic Relief Crusaders stream today. It's going to be at noon Mountain Time. And it's called Huge Circles. That's right. Fabric's getting all fired up. We don't want them to co-opt My Dress Up Darling. Absolutely not. These, these people coming in here. It's a low-key love story, honestly. And I can't wait for the next season. But next up, Singapore studio Kasagi Labo reveals Ars Gratia project. These guys are just announcing all this stuff. Hanaori-san still wants to fight in the Next Life anime. Second promo video reveals theme songs. Right, it's 12 noon Republic of Alberta time. Yes. And if we can call ourselves a republic, I will be quite happy about that. And we should also adopt the Constitution. We should take a lesson from our American neighbors and adopt their Constitution for ours, so that we have a guaranteed right, freedom of speech, freedom to bear arms, all that kind of stuff. We need that in a new Constitution for our republic. That would be great. My Stepmother and Stepsisters Aren't Wicked anime reveals 2 more cast members. Muv-Luv Tactics game reveals trailer and a 2027 release. Inti creates Azure Striker Gunvolt Trilogy Enhanced Game Collection, launches for the Switch 2 on October the 22nd. Cyborg 009 Nemesis anime's main trailer reveals Tsukima Switch's ending theme song. Mebius Dust Anime announces 6 cast members of Lamp's team. And that's all for Wednesday. Let's move along to Thursday. I'm the only one who is not attacked in the world filled with zombies. Anime's teaser reveals cast and staff and a January delay. Gotcha Girls Core light novel series gets TV anime in January 2027. Makoto Morishita's The Fledgling Demon Lord Starter Shop manga gets TV anime in January 2027. You're fine with calling Mountain Time Republic of Alberta? Rote. It's got that nice ring to it. BlazBlue Central Fiction fighting game gets first new character in 9 years. Guilty Gear Strive game teases Robo-Kai. Arc System Works Donatal Alien Immigration Simulation game unveils system overview. Writer Juntaro Aoki, artist Shin Moriyama's Nabe ni Dangan wo Ukingara gets TV anime in 2027. It's a manga about a girl traveling around the world's dangerous places to taste local dishes, launched in 2021. Okay. Honestly, she wouldn't even have to travel very far. She'd just have to go to, where they have a bunch of migrants in Japan. And I'm sure that's dangerous enough. Are You a Landmine, Chihara-san? Anime unveils more cast and staff, and a January delay, and a music project. Sohei Nikawa's Demon's Night Fever game previews gameplay in new trailer. The Super Mario Galaxy movie drops to number 5. Kiki's Delivery Service films 4K remaster debuts at number 6. The Detective Conan film drops to number 7. Live action Mr. Osamatsu to number 9. That's just what's going on at the cinema in Japan. That reminds me, I picked up the Super Mario Galaxy movie on Blu-ray yesterday. And also the 4 National Lampoon's Vacation movies. Got them all there. And it was a good deal. I think it was like $8 for the vacation movies. Mario Galaxy was like $26. Gokigenyo Ikkyoku Ikaga Mahjong manga gets TV anime. Well, if you guys want to know about Mahjong, they're making an anime out of it. Kazuma Kaneko's Tsukiyomi game launches for PC via Steam on July the 24th. Studio Kata to produce segment in Bahubali, The Eternal War animated film. Almost looks like Bollywood. Kindergarten Wars anime cast Mirei Kumagi. Fabric, as a tip, I grew up in the Eastern Band and currently live in the Absolute Nation, neither of which have constitution. Trust me, you want one? Yeah. Yes. I believe that's like very important. Things have to be spelled out. Oh, you grew up. Yes, you grew up in the Eastern Band. There you go. We'll have one. Yeah, that's right. Fabric or comic. What do we got here? DC Studios, Warner Brothers Animation announced Joker Laugh Riot anime with Sola Entertainment. Yeah, I've pretty much given up on DC Studios and Warner Brothers. They are just they're just not doing it anymore. The 7th Be Forever Yamato Rebel 3199 film reveals title, visual, and an October 30th premiere. Crunchyroll to stream Kagurabachi anime. Now Anime announces more cast for the second part. And that's all for Thursday. Friday, The World's Strongest Witch anime's new video reveals 2 cast members. Skeleton Knight in Another World anime season 2's video reveals 3 cast members. Aoashi Season 2 anime reveals new visual theme song artist. Oh, Carl would like this one. Monster Hunter Stories 3 game reveals side stories DLC trailer. Onimusha Way of the Sword games trailer previews boss battle. It's going to launch for the PS5, Xbox, and PC and Switch on September the 25th. Victoria of Many Faces anime's new short promo video highlights 8 characters. You, Fireworks, and Our Promise. Anime film reveals clip featuring protagonist Makoto Natsume. Sekiro No Defeat anime reveals theatrical trailer. Magical Explorer anime casts MAO as Nanani. Toei's Eterna animation brand streams trailer for Foxing Kitsune Suke anime. Bandai Namco announces Tekken cartoon project with trailer. Those don't look like Tekken characters. Yeah, they look terrible. Whoever picked that character design. The Salty Koharu has a soft spot for me. Anime's promo video reveals cast in an October premiere. Snowball Earth anime gets second season. Record of Ragnarok anime gets fourth season. New Hokuto no Ken Fist of the North Star anime's second part premieres in 2027. Perfect Addiction light anime debuts on July the 8th. Elaseed TV anime reveals key visual, delayed 2027 debut. Rent-a-Girlfriend anime gets 6th season. Thought people didn't like Rent-a-Girlfriend anymore just because he didn't get the girl. And it's like everybody was like, this sucks. And it's like nobody likes it anymore. You're like a detective, but not as much as one. Detective, the Detective Roger. We'll skip by the anime and manga releases. Pokemon Horizons anime adds 2 new cast members. Kohei Katawaki's We Are Aliens anime film to open on September the 25th. And that's all for Friday. Moving along to Saturday. Ocean Vale streams Chainsmoker Cat anime. Victoria of Many Faces anime's new promo video reveals opening song. Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 3 anime's third video previews new ending song. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Season 3's new video unveils opening song. Me and Mrs. Mechanic, we watched Season 1 and Season 2. Well, I had seen them already, but she wanted to catch up because she wants to watch Season 3 with me. So it was a nice rewatch to see the Season 1 and 2. And she had a good kick out of it. She thought it was pretty funny. So we're ready for Season 3. Hey, Dial, how you doing? Good to see you. We're just going through the news of the week here. Kill Blue anime gets second season. Demons of the Shadow Realm anime's next new video announcement. Next theme songs. Mao anime preview second part. New theme song and video. Pokemon Unite smartphone game gets live action short project. Hey, it's the Backlog Battler. Guten Morgen, Karl. How are you? Good to see you. Hope things are going well for you today. There was some Monster Hunter news there, Karl, I mentioned earlier. Where was it here? Monster Hunter Stories 3 game reveals side stories and DLC trailer. I know you like your Monster Hunter. Fabric Rent-A-Girlfriend is on autopilot like Attack on Titan as they milk her for every last vestige of dignity. Oh, wasn't that terrible? Attack on Titan? It seemed to me like it would just never end. And when did Attack on Titan become the normie anime? Because I remember walking around by HMV, which is one of the video stores or the where they sell music and such, and they had advertisements for Attack on Titan. I'm like, why? Why this one of all things? Why did this become the normie anime? It was just weird. I just finished up a pickups video, taking a break before you head out. Also, you did pick up that DLC. I knew it. There you go. I do like seeing your pickups video, Karl. Very good stuff. When I see all that stuff that you pick up. You guys can check out Karl there. He goes by the Backlog Battler. And he's got some great stuff. I was on his show actually not too long ago, I believe last week. And we talked about the NES and when it first came out. So I had my stories of seeing the Nintendo Entertainment System for the very first time when I was a young man. Never know what becomes a hit. Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's Canadian Cat. What's up? It's the cool Canadian Cat. We're just going through some news here, Canadian Cat. We're up to Sunday now. That's today. Let's get through this here. Wit Studio reveals Lona original TV anime by director Takashi Katagiri, slated for spring 2027 debut. Under Night in Birth 2 System Celis fighting game reveals trailer for DLC character Zohar the Doppelganger. Blaze Blue Central Fiction fighting game reveals new DLC character Trinity Glassfield. Guilty Gear Strive game releases full trailer for DLC character Robo-Kai. Assuming that's how you pronounce that, Robo-Kai? Roboki? I'm not sure. Mission Yozakura Family's anime second season continues with second part in October. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising game launches version 2.6. Switch 2 version simultaneously on September the 17th. Sword Art Online Echoes of Aincrad game streams second story trailer. Ace of Diamond Act 2 second season anime second part unveils October premiere, theme song artists, and a key visual. So if you like baseball, there's baseball anime out there, Ace of Diamond. Wisteria Wand and Sword anime gets third season. I watched the first season, I dropped the second. I wasn't even it didn't grab me, it didn't pull me in, so Mrs. Mechanic is watching Wisteria. Magilumiere Magical Girls Inc. Season 2 streams second promo video. Though I Am an Inept Villainous, anime's new subtitle video unveils Roku Denashi's ending song. The fifth Girls und Panzer das Finale film's trailer previews story. King of Prism anime gets new Tri-Star Act film. And Sentimental Graffiti dating simulation game gets remake. It's a Saturn game remade with improved graphics, an updated scenario, and new cast. Okay. And that's the news for Sunday. Any of the top news that I missed? No. Got that one. Okay, you guys are all caught up on the news of the week. Let's get over to rankings now. A lot of shows. The spring season has ended. And we see where the shows that of this season have ended up. And number 1, Witch Hat Atelier. Was constantly at the very top. Followed by Dorohedoro, which kept a steady second. Nippon Sangoku, Akane Banashi, Needy Girl Overdose. Wow, that thing just climbed like a mountain to get up to number 5. One Piece hung in there. 100 Scenes of Awajima, Re:Zero, Ramparts of Ice, Demons of the Shadow Realm, Descendants of a Bookworm. Now, same with Observation Log of Fiance. The Fiance, it climbed. Uh, 14, Welcome to Demon School, Dr. Stone, Farming Life, Wistoria. Another one that had to climb up, Boten Kamina, Marriage Toxin. That thing fell off a cliff. I dropped that one. Second Prettiest Girl, Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, Always a Catch, Tensura, Classroom of the Elite, Class Monitor, Kill Blue, Vending Machine. I liked Vending Machine. I don't know why people had a problem with Vending Machine. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Nakamura-kun, Warrior Princess, and Barbaric King. I know they've got it opened up for a second season. Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. It wasn't fantastic, really. Garden of Gods, Classroom of Black Cat, Angel Next Door, Getting After the End, Snowball, Yoa Sensei, Kill the Get. Wow, Mr. Detective, scraping the bottom. And at the very bottom, Strongest Job. Anyways, that is from Anime News Network. Take it with what you will, a grain of salt. I'm not sure whether it's people can vote multiple times or what. But when you go over to a place where people are actually watching the shows, One Piece is number 1, Tensura is number 2, Wistoria is number 3, Beginning After the End is number 4, Classroom Elite's 5, Witch Hat Atelier is number 6. I think this is Farming Life in Another World is number 7. Yomi no Sugai, I'm not quite sure which one that is. Dr. Stone's number 9, and then Re:Zero is at 10. So this might be a little more indicative of what people are actually watching, as opposed to just voting at the Anime News Network. Anyways, it's time for the main event, everyone. And as such, I have had a request from the Angry Canadian. He made a suggestion of which anime was made into a video game or which video game was made into an anime, and I took him up on that. So as we go to here, I'm sure people have heard of Ys. It's Y. It's spelled Y''S, so it's Ys. And it starts out with lots of monsters attacking the village, and he's ringing the gong. Everyone answers the call to arms because the monsters are attacking. And there they are. Monsters are coming. And this is what they put up with. All the monsters attacking. And they got goblins and killer trees and wolves. Oh, right. Comic reminded me, yes. I have to show what I usually do is what's that anime background? Or can you guess the anime from this background? So here it is. Can anyone tell me what show this background is from? So I picked this background. Has anyone any idea what show this would have been from? Nobody yet? Just throw your guesses in chat. Okay. That's right. Comic Relief Crusader gets it. It is The Cockpit. It is about a pilot in World War II. Yes. Very well done. Yeah, this is from the show called The Cockpit, and it was done by Leiji Matsumoto of Captain Harlock and Galaxy Express 39 and Space Battleship Yamato fame. So yes, it's based on manga by Leiji Matsumoto. There you go. CRC says. Very good. All right, let's get back to the to Ys. And what we're seeing here is all the monsters attacking the village in Isteria. And we have our priestess. She's praying to see what's going to happen. She's hoping to get an end to this. Is it my World War II girlfriend belt fed my plane? Not quite. And there you are. There's the title, Ys. We've got the prologue. There's our main character. His name's Adal. He's gone to a port town. He wants to go to Isteria. This guy's like, if you want to go to Isteria, you should talk to Mr. Norton about it. So there he is. There's Mr. Norton. He's like, hey, I want to go to Isteria. The time I was reincarnated as a Japanese Zero. That could be their idea they want. They were Godzillionaire. So he wants to go to Asteria, but he's like, I don't want to go there. Because things are very terrible there. Nobody goes to Asteria and comes back alive. He's like, well, listen, come and work for me. He's like, it's hard work, but we'll see what we can do for you. So he's working hard. He's doing longshoreman work. So he's got to pull the boat. He's got to haul cargo. Apparently he has to carry a cow on his... Is this how you do it, Fabric? Is this how you move cattle around? You just climb underneath there and hold them up? I laughed when I saw this. This was hilarious for work that he's doing. And he sees that mysterious tower out there. That tower is on Asteria. It's the Dom Tower. So after all this work that Adal has done, he's like, here, your next job is to load this bag onto this ship, onto this little boat here. He's like, good job. From today on, you're fired. Here's the boat, and you can sail over to Asteria. He's like, it's great weather. You can go. And he's like, yes, the weather's fine. I'll get there, no problem. But then there's a storm. It's a big storm. And it just washes him onto the beach, where he's going to be attacked by those wolves. Except they got taken out by the sword. Two at once, too. So that's good. So these guys find him washed up on this beach, and they're going to take him to town. But as he's recovering, he's dreaming about this woman that's been waiting for him. And he wakes up to the face of the doctor. He tells him he's from Promarock. And that's the doctor's son, Slav, I believe. That's why we large breed vets never gave gym membership. You never have gym memberships. You don't need to. You're hoisting them around. This is all the injuries from the battle they had with the monsters. So he's telling him he wants to fight the monster. He can't leave town, but Adal wants to find out where the monsters are coming from, not just fight them off. He wants to find out where they're coming from. He runs into the priestess who tells him his destiny, that he will save this land of Asteria, which used to be called Ys. So that's where the name Ys comes from. The land way back when used to be called Ys. And she explains what things were like way back when. They got wiped out by monsters, and it's happening again. And just wouldn't you know it, there they are. The monsters are coming to attack again. So everyone's attacking. And all of a sudden, Adal goes running out into the fray. And he's taking down monsters pretty easily. She gives him a little gift. Looks like a crystal dagger. And then everyone joins the fray, and they beat the monsters back. This land was a paradise before rampant inflation and insane liberal policies destroyed it. I mean, yeah, kind of looks like San Francisco, doesn't it? And so after helping, he gets himself a little bit of armor and some weapons. They give him some healing herbs. And they tell him he should head out to town. Where is it? Zeptic? Zeptic. He's going to town of Zeptic, and he's like, use the tower as your guide. And off he goes. But we won't know what happens unless we watch the next episode of Ys. Book 1. There we go. That was Ys. Next, we'll show you some gameplay from Ys. Let's see. I think this is it right here. How's the sound there? There we go. Surprised she's not holding 2 crystal balls. San Francisco or Calgary, yeah, there you go. There he is, washed up on shore. There's the tower.
Ah, good, you're awake. Don't strain yourself now. Your body is covered in bruises. So you're still hurting anywhere?
Adol checked himself over. There was some pain, but nothing debilitating.
Get some rest. You're in the clinic at Barbado Port. Hey, Dad, is the stranger awake yet? Ah, Slav, you're early. How did the meeting go? Same as always. No real progress. Well, the patient's only just awoken. Glad to see you back among the living. Ah, yes. Where are my manners? My name is Bludo. I own and operate this clinic. This is my son Slav. He found you collapsed on the beach and brought you here. We drove off the rebel that attacked you. It was a real close call.
Adol told Slav his name and expressed his gratitude.
Hello, hey, good name. Don't recognize you, though. Where are you from?
Adol explained that he journeyed from Promalok to Asteria by boat.
My word, you came from overseas? Amazing. You're the first man I know of to get past the storm wall.
What do you think you two are doing?
Uh-oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up.
I'll chew you up, Slav, if you keep making comments like that. The man's wounded, you know. Shouldn't you leave him be? He needs his rest.
That's my Isla, always keeping us in check. You make a good point, my dear. Yeah, okay, I'll stop talking his ear off. Rest up, Battle, but know this, I'm not done with you yet.
Under the clinic's care, Adol recovered quickly. Several days later,
Good morning, Adol. You seem to be in tip-top shape now.
Bill, you should probably take it easy for a bit, just in case.
Well, I suppose a walk around town could do you some good. Just don't overexert yourself. For a boy your age to have slipped so soundly, you must have quite a story to tell. Adol, the Portside warehouse has become home base for the town's militia. Slav should be there. He can answer any questions you might have. Just be careful not to do too much too soon.
Listen, Adol, there are monsters outside town, so don't push yourself, okay?
Slav is well on his way to making the town's militia a force to be reckoned with. He's always been one to insist on shouldering everyone else's burdens. A real stubborn one. He never listens to a single word I say. Reminds me of someone else in this room.
Adol, I know you're a strapping young lad and all, but please don't overestimate yourself. We don't want getting hurt again.
Well, you seem healthy enough to want to be up and about, but still take care of yourself out there, okay?
Well now, who might you be? I see you're that young man that Dr. Bluto's been looking after. You must have been through a lot. But you're looking very well. That's Bluto for you.
Things were great 6 months ago. Huge trade ships were coming in constantly and Barbados was flourishing. But these days all we do is fish, fish, fish. I yearn for the way things were.
Those little creatures are called pickets. They've been raised as livestock here for generations. Their meat is absolutely delicious, but they're real easy prey for monsters, so we raise them here where nothing can hurt them but us.
Since the ships are all grounded, there's no work to be had at the harbor anymore. I'd been hoping to branch out into silver trade, but that didn't exactly work out either. Bad luck all around. 6 months ago, monsters started showing up on the North Road. As a result, I haven't seen my friends in Minea for quite some time. I wonder how they're doing these days.
My son and his wife live in Manea. They keep asking me to go live with them, but they must be joking. This is my home. I could never leave here, no matter what the danger.
That's the one thing about this game is if you run into people, they talk to you. And like I didn't even have to push the button. If you just run into them, they'll start talking to you, and it's hard to get by them. In one part of the game here, I do get a little bit stuck because the people are just in the way and you can't get by them.
Before the storm wall appeared, this bar was always packed. I can handle being poor. I just really hate being bored all the time.
Such stunning red hair. You must be Adol, no? Dr. Bluto told me all about you. As you can see, we're on a bit of a break right now. The Stormwall's not conducive to tourism after all.
My daddy always talked about leaving Asteria, but why would I leave?
This is where I got stuck.
Came here because I heard I could make a tidy profit in the local silver trade. Now I just want to go home. Damn the Stormwall made its stormy progeny all suffer uncomfortable bloating.
At one time, Barbados was swimming in traders like my husband, but they all tried to go home. I'm just grateful to have my family here with me, though that's enough to keep me happy.
Yeah, I got stuck here. Got stuck. Oh, I remember you, Queen Deer, of course. And yes, I've seen you on the stream before. Yeah, it was kind of annoying getting stuck at that one part there. Oh, is this the militia?
Why, if it isn't Adol, you okay to be moving around like that? Every time I stopped by, you were sound asleep. You must have been exhausted. So, heard any murmurings overseas about Asteria? I'd love to know what people are saying about us.
Adol told Slav he'd heard the land was cursed.
Cursed, huh? That's not really true, but it's also not too far off. Guess we can't count on any support from the outside if they think we're cursed over here. We gotta take action. Anyway, I don't know a whole lot, but I'll gladly answer any questions I can. Ask away. Barbados is the only port town in Asteria. Used to be just a small fishing village until silver was discovered nearby, then it boomed overnight. But ever since that Stormwall showed up, no ships can get in or out. Our exporting days are over. So now it's just a fishing village again, for the time being anyway. At least everyone got some money from all the silver trade while it lasted, I guess. Asteria is a small island country. There are only a few towns here: Barbados, the walled city of Manea, and Zepik village in the mountains. Not long ago, there are also a town called Roston, but it got wiped out by monsters after the mine closed. The place where I found you is called Whitehorn Beach. Mother of pearl pieces wash ashore there. Great place for a stroll, save for the monsters. What else? Oh yeah, Darm Tower. Asteria's claim to fame, sort of. It just seems to kiss the clouds, doesn't it? On clear days, you can see it all the way from Pomaloc. There are other touristy spots, but they've been infested with monsters ever since the Stormwall showed up. Damn thing really made life difficult for us. It appeared, let's see, about 6 months or so ago. The first storm started on a night when some trade ships carrying silver set out from Barbados. Buffeted by the storm, the ships were obliterated, washed ashore on Whitehorn Beach the next morning. We first thought it was an isolated incident, but the same fate's been met by every other ship since. That's how the Stormwall got its start, and now we Asterians are pretty much trapped here. Most people have kind of resigned themselves to their fate, but me, I'm too stubborn for that. When the Stormwall appeared, monsters came with it. That's what attacked you that day on the beach. We call that particular species Reball. Monsters first appeared on the road up into the mountain, but they began attacking the villages soon after. Alberto in particular was hit pretty badly. Nenea seem just as vulnerable, but they've got that wall around them, so they're much more secure. Zepik was spared too somehow, supposedly kept the monsters out with some kind of mystical bell. We have nothing of the sort here though, so we have to take up arms and defend the town ourselves. Alright, well you be sure to come back here.
You're the one that Slav rescued, aren't you? Fine red hair like yours is certainly a rarity here.
Alright, I wanted to see what this guy was doing up on the roof here.
We watch the surrounding area from here. That way, if the demons try to mount an attack, we can see them coming and get ready for it.
I've been fishing here for as long as I can remember. Since the storm all appeared, my catch has been consistently bigger than ever. I believe one would call that a mixed blessing. Yeah, you just have to kind of explore around, look around at places and see what's going on.
Hey mister, did you come from the mainland? Isn't that Stormwall really neato? I hope it stays forever. If it ever goes away, the girl next door will have to leave with her family.
Hey, it's Irish Mallard. How you doing? This is Ease? Like YS. There's an anime, and this is the game that you can play as well. I'm just kind of looking to see where can I advance the story. There's not too much to this village here. Just wondering if I could walk along the beach. Oh, I ran into her. Couldn't see behind that tree. Don't have any weapons, so I wasn't sure if I could fight anybody. Nope, nope. Music changed up to be pretty dramatic though, so. But I think it's time to head back and get some healing. That seemed like a good place to save. Welcome, Max the Creator. Haven't seen you around before. We're just checking out these games that were turned into an anime, or anime that is turned into games. And this one is Ys. Well, it was Ys. Now let's check out the next one. Oh yes. You guys might have heard about this game before. This game is called Wild Arms. Well, this is the show. This is the anime, the OVA for Wild Arms. There you are, Wild Arms TV. But that TV is short for, what is it? Twilight Venom. So as we start out, this guy's getting tortured by this guy. We find out he's a doctor. Apparently he's pretty knowledgeable about things. So he is asking this. He's not succumbing to the torture, though. They're like, hey, if you want, we can drop you through this trap door onto some spikes below. But it was just a big fake out as they closed the doors just as he was falling. Then there's a report. Guard says, hey, there's people have infiltrated the base. And there they are. These two and their little pet have infiltrated the prison. There we are. It's her and the pet. And you won't see any subtitles because this one was dubbed. So it was the only one I could find. So sometimes you take what you can get. Of course, everything goes on high alert as the doctor escapes, runs into these two. And they are gonna go down to the basement and look at the secured vault that's there. And it's computer accessed. And what's in there is this guy floating in the air. Hey, Alex Moore, how you doing? Well, you didn't miss much. I mean, we had our news of the week and our rankings, but now we're watching, this is Wild Arms, because it has a video game and an anime, and we're looking at the anime right now. Okay, so this guy wakes up and all of a sudden creates a giant crater with his mind somehow. Something happened. And a lot of the stuff gets ruined. But he's waking up. Oh, I think this is a wild arm. I'm pretty sure. He's having a moment with her as he's trying to romance her. He's like, hey, what are you cutting in for, buddy? But the guards have arrived, and these four are trapped. This poor little guy, he gets cut, and this girl who is part vampire, she takes a taste And apparently it's really good and she wants more. But he's like, stay away from me. So he tries to explain to them that he's 25 years old, but they're like, you sure don't look it. He's like, what happened to my body? So apparently they've taken his mind and put it into the body of a small kid. There they are, they're surrounded. So he's kind of in shock about that. So they have to try to make their escape. And the young guy, they throw a flash bomb up there and he takes out the four corners of that vent and they jump down the vent. Which leaves them hanging for dear life. Because they refer to this place as Alcatraz because it's like on a floating rock in a crater. And finally, their friend, the vampire girl, throws a rope for them to climb up on, but of course she is being held by the warden. And the warden puts himself in a cage to protect him from this thing. This thing is coming to wipe them out. And there is nothing they can do about it. Except for that package she's holding. I believe she passed it over to our little guy. Here you go. Meanwhile, this thing is trying to eliminate them. But at least our little guy grabs that and he's ready. And this thing packs a punch. It just evaporates that monster and some of the wall. Meanwhile, our vampire girl turns into a vampire bat of sorts and escapes. Our little guy wants some answers. The warden's in a predicament there. He's like, give me some answers. Tell me what's going on. Where's my body? It's like, I don't know. He's like, well, that's it for you then. And over the cliff he goes. Meanwhile, they've got to wait till this thing gets close so they can escape. Because there is no way they're going to be able to make that jump away. And we won't know what happens until we watch the next episode of Wild Arms. There you go. That is Wild Arms. And now let's look at some gameplay. And this game was for the PlayStation 1. So here we go. Pick a name. I mean, I just went with the one they had already. I don't know if they've done a remake of this game at all, but might be worth it. Oh, well, thank you, Max. Appreciate the subscribe. Hope you enjoy your time here. I play games on Saturdays and talk about anime on Sundays, and we do Trades Talk on Tuesdays, where we talk about industrial trades like welding, electrician, all that kind of stuff. Hello, Pepperpot. Nice to see you. So I'm just getting used to the controls here for this game. This is Wild Arms, and we just finished watching the first episode here of Wild Arms anime. So that's how we open up doors around here. You throw that thing and it hits there and it opens the door up. Oh, now we have random encounters. Well, we'll just take a look around here, trying to find our way around. It's nice you can turn the camera a bit so you can see places. Stocking up on heel berries. Nope. Random encounter. I was hoping this would more be like the anime we just watched. Oh, we're just checking out the ruins here and trying to rescue some hostages. there we go. Camera's a little bit, it's a little bit to get used to. There we go. I think I'll go back to the guy who does healing. Max, where do you post your manga? No, I thought I was going to get that treasure chest, but no, I got jumped. Hey, up to level 2. Nice. Hey, Stark Void, how you doing? We're just showing Wild Arms. This game has an anime. Oh, you don't really post them yet? Okay. Okay, this is where you gotta be careful. You like to finish them before posting. Yeah, alright. That makes sense. Nope. Okay, so it's a matter of finding your way around here without falling to your death. There we go. But I've got to open that door. Woof, down we go. It's a matter of finding your way around. Yes, as Comic Relief Crusader says, in about an hour and a half, his stream called Huge Circles will be on, and you can watch him do drawing in real time. As he creates his comic. Nope. I tell you, games with random encounters are just annoying. I like it when you can pick and choose if you want to battle or not. not much. I think maybe I have to jump down. There we go. Okay, it's all about going this way. So you can't use a save point in the demo, which is what I was playing. Just playing the demo. Nope. Jumped. If you're running, you just run right off the edge. There we go. I have a bit of a hard time trying to get to this thing. I know I have to hit that, but it's down. So it's a matter of trying to get to it to activate it. Oh, Fabric, I didn't even know you were gone. You had to refer a couple of callouts to your interns because a couple of ranches apparently didn't get the memo. There you go. Hey, Spider-Verse Explorer! How you doing? Okay, I've got to find out where they're holding the hostages. I eventually do get this, but it's it's not something you'd think of right away. Nope. All I had to do was hit the thing and it had to fall on it. That's it. These little gems help fill up your health, which is nice. And you also get a Tress Strength Apple. We'll use that to boost my strength a little higher. There they are, the kidnappers. Of course, we have to pick a name, but I didn't want to pick one, so I just went with the one they wanted, and it's Tony. Hey, Tony. That can't be good. Well, we won't know what happens until next time. That was Wild Arms, everybody. Anime that has a video game, or a video game that has an anime? And finally, the spring season has ended, and the summer one is coming up. So let's have a look here. This is where I pick the shows I want to watch. Let's try only TV show. A lot of the stuff, if it's a second or a third season, I haven't watched the first, then I'm not going to throw it on the list. So Mushoku Tensei, no. Saga of Tanya the Evil Season 2, no. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. What's this about? At age 45, office worker Sasaki has had enough of corporate grind. He only solaces smoking and the friendly smile of supermarket cashier Yamada. After a particularly trying day, a striking woman invites him to smoke with her. The despondent man thinks he's made a new smoking buddy, and the cool, teasing Tayama doesn't realize he already knows her. Okay. Alex, you're locked in for summer, but willing to add new ships based on the word of mouth. Well, we'll see. Or add new shows. We'll see how it goes. This one's comedy romance. I mean, I can give it a shot. Give it a try. Actually, I need to make my list first, or my custom list. Is that it? Is that under profile? Sylvia, you're back. You went to a few stores. Hey, all right. Welcome back. I think it's under settings. Yeah, that's right. Lists. There we go. Custom list name. Let's go. Summer 26. All right. Now let's do summer 2026 and TV shows. All right. Let's try that. You had fun? That's the important thing. Bleach 1000-Year Blood War? No. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. After the mysterious orphanage where Sheena lives, death is nothing new to its residents. Girls who no longer have families of their own, who are raised as weapons of war, taught to kill and take the lives of others without batting an eye. Everyone, that is, except Sheena. Who wished for nothing more than the growing conflict around her to end. On the night of her roommate's death, Sheena meets a strange girl covered in blood, smiles despite the turmoil surrounding them. The next day, the girl appears as a new student at Sheena's class and introduces herself as Mimi. Initially thought to be a school myth, there are now whispers in the orphanage's halls that Mimi is their secret weapon, an immortal who cannot die. When Mimi is assigned Sheena's new roommate, Sheena's world goes even more complicated when she begins living with someone who loves and welcomes death. Yeah, no, I'm not watching it. Dropped into Dating Sim Season 2? No. Sparks of Tomorrow. The novel takes place in the summer of 1907, the 40th year of the Meiji era. A 15-year-old Inako Momokawa lives in the Fushimi area of Kyoto. She's the second daughter of the sake brewer. Nothing she does ever comes out right, and she receives a scolding from her father every day. Her only relief is the trust she places in her prayers to the gods. One day, while at Fushimi Inari Shrine, she meets a freewheeling young man named Tahachi Sakamoto. He rejects the gods and boasts of incoming age of electricity. The topic of marriage suddenly comes up in Inako's household, and her father is one-sidedly making all the decisions for her. About to give up hope, it's then that Kachi draws out Inako's true feelings of wanting to run away from her family. Stop her marriage is to find an unusual book called the Electricity Catalog. The book is a prediction book about electricity that Kachi wrote when he was a child. His older brother took the book, and his current whereabouts are unknown. Inako and Kachi together go in search of a book across Kyoto and Shiga prefectures. Season seems pretty underwhelming. Summer, you're saying? Fabric? Spring? I gave spring a 5 out of 10. If I had to rate spring, it was just a mid-season with the shows there. Roger, you don't think you ever thought of watch anime since you're busy with work and all of the stuff? Yeah, I mean, a lot of us have jobs. We are busy. We just make the time where we can to watch our shows, especially those of us that are talking about them, because there's so many. I don't know about watching Sparks of Tomorrow. I mean, I can try. You always try at least one episode and see if it grabs you. Yeah, you're talking about Spring Fabric? Yeah. You and I are Polar Opposites Season 2, nope. Grand Blue Season 3, nope. Skeleton Knight Netherworld Season 2, nope. Ghost in the Shell, I mean, I've watched Ghost in the Shell. It is classic cyberpunk for sure. I mean, they're bringing out a new one. As long as it's a new story, don't just rehash an old story. Just because you can make it look prettier. Ooh, wow, graphics. No. Get a new story. I mean, I'll try Ghost in the Shell because it's that darn good. Cleavitas, no. Old Country Bumpkin the Master Swordsman, yes. So I watched the first season of this, so I'm going to watch the second season. Because I liked Old Country Bumpkin to Swordmaster. 100 Girlfriends, yes. This is on my list. I'm going to watch 100 Girlfriends Season 3 because I watched the first 2 seasons. Black Torch. Although he may appear rough and tumble, Jiro Uzuma's compassionate side emerges when it comes to the furry critters he can communicate with, but Jiro's soft spot for animals gets him in major trouble. A suspicious stray cat fuses with him, granting him exceptional power, but also dragging him into humanity's hidden battle against powerful Japanese spirits. Mononoke. Nah, it doesn't sound like anything I'd like to do. Yeah, exactly, Fabric. Stop retelling the story. You can come up with different ones. Oh, is it the original manga story for Ghost in the Shell comic? Elusive Samurai Season 2, no. Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. Born into a prestigious family of master swordsmen, Elimus Edvard's future shatters when he awakens the so-called defective Heavy Knight class. Disowned and cast out, he regains memories of another life and realizes this world mirrors a VR game he once mastered. Armed with knowledge no one else possesses, he sets out to rewrite his fate and prove the strength of the weakest class. Oh, maybe I'll give that a try. Chainsmoker Cat. Yanni is a cat girl with a seriously bad smoking habit. She smokes so much that her apartment smells like ash and is littered with cigarette butts and plenty of the other trash. Every time she tries to quit, she becomes weak to the cravings and gives in almost instantly. Will she ever get her life together, or is she doomed to live as a chain-smoking slob forever? I'll pass on that one. I don't. Doesn't seem to want to grab my attention. Jadigar, a witch in Mongolia. Dal, you're not an anime, but your wife wants you to get into it, like that Supergirl movie, but I fell asleep the whole movie and she didn't. You did yourself a favor falling asleep through Supergirl. That's terrible. After losing her mother and being torn from her homeland, a young girl named Sitara is taken in by Fatima, kind-hearted lady from a family of scholars. If you study and become wise, no matter what trouble befalls you, you'll know the best way forward. Deeply moved by the words of Fatima's son, Muhammad, Sitara comes to understand the possibilities and importance of knowledge and begins to deepen her education. She dreams one day she might catch up with Muhammad, who has set off on a journey in pursuit of wisdom. No. Young ladies don't play fighting games. Kuromi Girls Academy is a refined, elegant school that expects the very best in the department from its young ladies. Aya got into this peerless rich girls' institution on a scholarship and hopes to grow as lovely as her fellow student and idol Shirayui. But Shirayui hides a terrible secret. She's a trash-talking, combo-chaining, newbie-stomping, ruthless, hardcore gamer. Could a mutual indulgence in no-holds-barred video game combat grow into a deeper rapport between the two girls? I'll try that. That sounds That sounds somewhat funny. Hell Mode, yes, the second season of Hell Mode. I watched the first season, I liked it, so I'm going to watch the second season of Hell Mode. You didn't watch the Supergirl movie? You heard it's on Netflix already? Okay, though I am an inept villainess. Maidens for the 5 clans, battle for the Crown Prince's heart, jealous Kagetsu uses forbidden magic to swap bodies with the beloved Riren. Switching places does not guarantee happiness. For Kagetsu with her new bodies, ill health, leaving her hanging on the verge of death. Meanwhile, Riren, now wearing the face of a scorned outcast, must answer for Kagetsu's crimes in a dangerous trial. The unlikely pair become increasingly entangled in each other's lives, and they need to work together to survive after discovering the dark conspiracies brewing beneath the palace's genial service. Confront the deadly threats lurking in the shadows. Riren must embrace her new identity and defy their expectations in the courts of villainous. Nah. Rich girl caretaker. I'm secretly the caregiver of the most popular girl in the rich kid school. Poor high school boy got caught up in a kidnapping attempt on Hinako Konohana, a young lady from one of Japan's largest conglomerates. On the surface, Hinako appears to be a brilliant, beautiful young woman, but in reality, she's a lazy girl with no life skills. However, due to family reasons, Hinako has to play the role of perfect young lady at school, wanting to protect her. Tsuki took on the job of caring for her. Eventually, Hinako began to spoil Itsuki with all her might. I don't want Itsuki to leave my side right now. This is a love story that begins beyond the master-servant relationship, featuring a princess with a beautiful facade. The Supergirl movie went on Netflix before Spider-Man Homecoming. That just tells you that they're desperate. They're desperate for people to buy, and they want to get their monies out of it. But from what I'd seen, the reviews that I've watched, it's terrible. It does not pay any kind of tribute to Supergirl, the proper Supergirl that they have the history of. Oh boy, was I wrong about her. I met a childhood friend again, and she had become a beautiful and innocent girl. It's been a while. Hayato Haruki, is it? In the past, I used to play in the mud with my childhood friend in the countryside, and when I saw him again, there was no trace of the bratty young man. I thought he was back then. Only in front of Hayato, she threw away the coat she was wearing and reacted in the same crass way she did back then. The distance between you and me has not changed. No, that doesn't sound like anything I want. Goodbye, Lara. Long, long ago, there lived a mermaid princess named Lara. She was raised with love by her father, the king of the sea, and her sisters. One day, Lara fell in love with a human prince who lived on land. It was a forbidden love, one that was not allowed in the world of mermaids. Still, Lara journeyed to the surface with a... Where is it here? I lost it. With a potion given to her by the witch, Grace. This is the Little Mermaid. She became human, but the potion came at a cost. Failed to find true love, and she would turn into foam and vanish into this ocean. Though she was a princess of the sea, Lara chose love. Yet her wish went unfulfilled and vanished into the sea. 200 years later, Lara awakens once more in the lake Biwa to finally search for her true love, all because of love. Yeah, that's just Little Mermaid with, like, the sequel. The villager of level 999. Monsters do not always exist in the island country of Hexadora, once known as Japan, but once monsters appeared, their numbers grew in an instant. 80% of the world is now too dangerous for people to live in. With the monsters' arrival, the world bestowed classes upon its people. Classes are assigned at birth, and most people live according to them. There are 8 competent classes: fighter, hunter, cleric, warrior, mage, merchant, thief, 3 special Oracle classes: King, Sage, Hero. The weakest class of all is Villager. However, Koji Kogama became level 999, the highest level that no one had reached before. When he met the daughter of the Demon King, the world started to change. I don't know. I mean, leveling and stuff is pretty interesting, so I'll throw that on the list. It's like a really bad CW episode that could have been told in 30 minutes. At least we could have gotten Melissa Ben Be Moist. Yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming is releasing on Netflix on Wednesday. And yeah, Homecoming is actually pretty good. Yes, Roger, you're right. Kaiju girl Carmelise, suffering from a rare incurable disease that causes frightening changes to her body. Loner Kuroi Akaishi spends her high school days avoiding all her classmates, especially class idol Arata Minami and his groupies. But when Arata starts making her heart skip a beat with irritating irregularity, Kuroi discovers that her illness actually has a big make that monster secret. Romance turns her into Lovezilla, literally. Okay, well, I'll give that one a shot. It sounds funny. Love in Scene Beneath the Clear Night Sky. On an April night in Tokyo, still too early for fireworks, university student Kakeru Sorano meets a woman named Koharu Fuyutsuki. She's a beautiful girl who stands out from the crowd, laughs a lot, and exudes a warmth that contrasts sharply with Kakeru's own introversion. There's something Kakeru didn't know at first. She can't see. Unlike Kakeru, Koharu hasn't given up on anything, even with her blindness. She attends university daily, shows interest in clubs, makes friends, and dreams of launching fireworks one day. Kakeru wonders why she can't see them, but maybe it doesn't matter, and maybe he can start moving forward too for the girl who's always been by his side. Fabric Lovezilla, you saw that hand? Nah, I don't think I'll watch that one. The insipid prince's furtive grab for the throne. Arnold, the 7th imperial prince of the Adrasia Empire, is called the insipid prince among people since his twin brother is genius and respected by all people. However, he has a secret identity, Silver, one of the only 5 SS-ranked adventurers in the continent. When his younger brother Leo decides to aim for the throne, Arnold starts running things behind the scenes to support his brother. Unexpectedly, the most beautiful lady becomes his assistant. The secret struggle of the strongest prince begins. Nah, that's all right. The world's strongest rear guard. Corporate slave Arahito Atobe's death in the freak bus accident marks the beginning of his new life as a kind of adventurer called a seeker. Reborn into the fantasy world, he settles into a previously unknown job class called Rearguard, capable of providing his all-female party with critical attack, defense, and recovery support. And it comes with an added bonus. Simply being at the back of the party line increases his companion's fondness for him. Freed from the shackles of corporate life, Arahito is eager to start fresh as a newly minted seeker. That sounds all right. Hanahori-san still wants to fight in the next life. Another reincarnated one, it looks like. Ryusei Narakumi spends his days cooped up in his room playing video games, but hides a secret past as an evil Dark Lord from a fantasy world reincarnated into our world. He has a fateful encounter with the belligerent Hanari Meteor, the hero from Ryusei's world who defeated him, now reincarnated as a high school girl. Oy. So it's a reverse isekai. That's alright. Buchigiri? Reijo wa Hofuku wa Chimatsu na Ushari. Okay, yeah. Daughter Elizabeth Leiston. These people can't hold a story over 2 movies. Anime can do it over the 12,000 episodes of One Piece. Of course they can, because One Piece has one guy doing the writing. Oda writes his stuff, and that's it. No one interferes. Elizabeth Leiston, daughter of the influential prime minister, is a picture-perfect lady on the path to becoming the future queen of the kingdom of Haldoria, but her life takes a sudden turn for the worst when her fiancé makes a show of publicly calling off their engagement. Oh, that's rude. Soon after, he throws her in jail. And starts spreading nasty rumors about her. The encouragement of Elizabeth receives from her loyal waiting maid, Miriel, and her inner fury are all she needs to reconsider her goals. Why should she continue devoting herself to a country that doesn't respect her when she can trample over it instead? She will get even with those who wronged her and bring down the damsel kingdom, even if it's the last thing she does. Luckily, Elizabeth is no damsel in distress and has 7 powerful magic grimoires she won't hesitate to use. Get ready, because the ruthless lady is out for blood. I mean, I don't mind a good vengeance story. Okay. We'll add that to the list. Iron Reverse Isekai is just Isekai. Well, they're coming here. It's not somebody going from our world to theirs. It's from somebody coming from their world to ours. So, technicality. Mebius dust. What is this about? On February 29th, 2000, a group of Mobius meteorites fell down to Earth. These meteorites brought new material called Mobius dust, which dissolves in air and can cause miracles. The day the Mobius materialized fell was dubbed 229, and the economic disparity in Japan increased dramatically after that day. A group of people fed up with the wealth inequality fought back with acts of terrorism. Police established a special group to fight against the terrorists and the school to train members of that group. Nah, that's alright. They burned you out on revenge stories? Yeah, I'm still not burned out yet on them, Fabric, but I sure do like, what was that? Oh, Level 9999 Gotcha. That's a great one. I can't wait till there's season 2 of that. Sora wa Akai Kawa no Hitotori. Yuri, a pretty Japanese girl, is ecstatic after passing her college entry exam and having her first kiss with her childhood friend turned boyfriend. However, her luck soon changes. She starts to notice that water becomes agitated whenever she goes near it. One night, hands appear out of a puddle on the street and drag her into the water, transported to an ancient village in the Middle East. She is then captured by armed troops and taken to the queen's palace for a human sacrifice. Well, that doesn't sound very nice at all. I think I'll pass on that one. Victoria of Many Faces. In an age where spies act behind the scenes in every land, Chloe spends her days successfully carrying out even the most difficult missions due to her unparalleled disguise skills and martial arts abilities. After the betrayal of her boss, she suddenly disappears as Chloe plans to redo her life as the ordinary citizen Victoria in the neighboring kingdom of Ashbury. Striving for a normal life, however, Victoria's peaceful life is abruptly cut short as she begins to get involved with many people in this new land. Her experience and abilities from her days as a spy come in far more useful than she ever expected. On the other hand, the second prince and others take an interest in Victoria's strength, and the shadows close in on the woman with many faces. Nah, that's alright. It's the second season of Magie Lumiere. Nope. The Ogre's Bride. You have some interest in Victoria? I mean, let me know what you think, Fabric. I mean, just because I don't grab it now to watch doesn't mean I can't do it later. Yes, Ogre's Bride, Japanese-style Ayakashi Cinderella story. You're the bride I've been searching for all this time. Ayakashi and the humans coexist in harmony. The Ayakashi, having superior abilities and beautiful appearances, sometimes find their partner among human women, making them their bride. The bride, in exchange for bringing prosperity, receives absolute love from the Ayakashi. Yuzu is constantly compared to her sister, a bride of a demon fox, and is resented by her family every day. One day, when Yuzu couldn't take things anymore, a man appeared before her on a bridge. The man is the most beautiful man Yuzu has ever seen, and he's calling her his wife. Just be quiet and let me hold you. The most powerful, cold-hearted Ayakashi is pouring his heart out for Yuzu. You'll give it a couple episodes and then bitch about it on Discord as usual. Yeah, okay. That's our Fabric for you. I don't think I'm gonna watch The Ogre's Bride. We'll try The Oblivious Saint. Can't contain her power. Lady Carolina, the overlooked daughter of a powerful duke, has always believed herself to be the black sheep amid her illustrious kin. Her father is the distinguished prime minister. Her elder sister, a prodigious mage destined to become her nation's next saint. In comparison, Carolina resigns herself to a quiet existence in the shadows until a sudden and unexpected royal decree alters her destiny, thrusting her into political marriage with a formidable, bloodthirsty prince of the neighboring empire of Malcosius. Determined to prove her worth, Carolina takes a bold step into a world fraught with both political and mortal peril, as royal obligations intertwine with hints of true love and the strings of her own latent power. Carolina moves ever closer to understanding what it truly means to be exceptional. Nah. I don't think about Oblivious Saint. I'm trying to keep my list small because once you get past 10 different series to watch, it gets really difficult to keep up. And it also starts to become less fun and more like work. Magical Girl, Lyrical Nanohana Exceeds, Gunblaze Vengeance. 30 years ago, the world was nearly destroyed by the sudden appearance of unknown invasive alien species. Human and these invasive species continue to vie for living space, and while humanity's safety is currently barely secured, the world could be destroyed at any moment. Living in fear of death and destruction, people go about their daily lives as if trying to avert their eyes from danger and disaster. In this world, the United Nations Hazardous Species Investigation Agency, Exceeds, has begun operations to ward off crises and disasters caused by invasive species. It story begins on the island nation of Mizuho, the Far East. Shina Hisai, young invasive species exterminator hunter living on a remote island. What incident will befall Shina, who only wishes to live quietly with her younger sister, Setsuna, her sole remaining family member? Okay. Nah, that's alright. How much more do we got here? Okay, that's it. Ushiro no Shomen Kamui-san. You can always expand a list. It's harder to contract one. Just ask Backlog Battler. Yeah. Just ask Carl. He knows. Shizuka is a normal high school girl with the ability to see ghosts. Due to her peculiar tendency to attract ghosts, she works as an assistant to Kamui, a famous psychic. Kamui takes pride in his top-notch psychic abilities, but the way he exercises ghosts is rather unusual. Well, it says comedy ecchi, so I can kind of imagine how he was going to exercise the ghosts there. That's okay. I don't need to watch that one. The Duke's son claims he won't love me, yet showers me with adoration. Elsa, daughter of fallen aristocrat, receives news. It was a marriage proposal from Julius, a very elite nobleman. Elsa's wondering, why would such a distinguished man marry me? But after the wedding, Julius, who had been kind and gentle up to that point, changed completely. In a cold voice, he tells her, "I have no intention of loving you." Well, that doesn't sound very nice. I'm not going to watch that one. Dada-san of Reiwa. Clouds blacken the sky, and sheets of rain turn the mountain forest into a treacherous maze. A landslide crushes a razor wire fence and buries a no trespassing sign. Two young siblings wander into a dark world where they do not belong, and a long, horrid shadow rears up to meet them. Anyway, so that's how we met Dara-san. She might look kind of scary, but just wait until you get to know her. Look, I'm a god of misfortune, okay? Aren't you kids gonna freak out about my grotesque visage? Oh, it's comedy horror. Nah, I'm not much into the horror stuff. What do we got here? The Forsaken Saintess and her foodie road trip in another world. Rin Takanashi, a caregiver in her 30s, was unceremoniously discarded as trash, despite being summoned as a saint. However, as a lover of the great outdoors and all things camping, she was blessed with a special skill, survival, as well as another unique skill. Thus, a riveting tale begins of sweet sweat, tears, and insatiable hunger as Rin, together with companions she picked along the way, leisurely explores this parallel world and savors gourmet cuisine to her heart's content. Or so the story should have gone, but it looks like the road is going in an unexpected direction. I mean, sure, we'll have a look at that. Don't worry, you've got that one. Ghost Etchy's made for you. Thanks, Fabric. Yes, and Comic Relief Crusader, he's going to get ready for his stream. Huge circles coming at you in around 45 minutes. You'll be able to tune in to him as he makes his own comic. Ibite Konai Gido Togishi. Mia is the illegitimate child of a prominent family. When her mother dies and her father's estate agrees to take her in, she's convinced she knows what awaits her new home. A life of servitude and misery at the hands of her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. Yet when she finally meets the woman she expects to treat her like dirt, they actually end up being sweet. A hilarious and heartfelt comedy that's sure to put a smile on your face. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like Cinderella. Except they're not jerks. Hanakimi Season 2. Nope, I didn't watch Season 1, so. Kore Kate Shine. Kore Kate Shine is set in Izu Oshima, an island 120 kilometers south of Tokyo. The story centers around Ai Yasumi, a high school girl who loves to read manga and learns about the joy and pain of drawing her own manga. Well, that sounds like something comics should watch. Slice of life? Nah, I'm not. Some slice of life is okay, but I don't think I want to get into that one. Bang Dream, Yume Mita. No. Grow Up Show, Sunflower Circus. The anime story is set in the late 50s and early 60s during the height of Japan's economic boom. When the circus is a major form of entertainment, different circus troupes traveled throughout Japan to perform and compete for a chance to participate in the world-renowned festival called Circus Collection. One troupe called the Sunflower Circus, led by its ringmaster Maria, travels around Japan to perform despite struggling with financial difficulties. However, they meet a circus prodigy named Mizuka Tsurumaki. This is the story of a one-of-a-kind circus show of young girls with big dreams. It's a period piece. I like period pieces. Taking place in the 50s and 60s. I'll watch that. Sorry About My Little Brothers. The manga centers on a high school student, Ito Hazui. During her spring break at the end of her first year of high school, Ito's mother remarries and Ito moves to live with her new family, becoming the Ito Narita. Upon arriving at her new house, Ito is shocked to learn she now has 4 younger stepbrothers. Ito tries her hardest to get along with all of the new members of the family, but the eldest brother Gen is a bit cold to her. However, under his aloof facade, he occasionally shows her kindness. That's all right. It's also topical considering what the tourists did to that yaoi artist. Yeah, I mean, if there's anything we learn from this is just ignore the tourists and gatekeep as hard as you can. If you want to come into our hobby of anime and such, come in with an open mind and don't try to change things. Otherwise, get out. "50 circus girls with big dreams. I'm in. Yeah, you're in. Anime Azure Lane Slow Ahead Season 2. No. Tetsunabe no Jan. Jan is a cocky, arrogant teenager who wants to fulfill his grandfather's wish of defeating his arch nemesis. When he arrives at the restaurant, he meets his granddaughter. Their rivalry is easily compared to Jan's and Kiriko's grandfathers. For Jan believes cooking is about competition, and Kiriko believes cooking is about heart." It almost sounds like Food Wars. I'll give it a watch just to see. Let's go Kakegumi. It's a horror comedy. No, I'll pass on that one. Iwatamoto Senpai no Suizan. The year is 1910. Iwamoto Kaudo is a young boy who successfully carried out many curious missions under the military's directive. His destinations lead to encounters with strange, weaving tales of history that have yet to be told. Once again, something that's a period piece. Why not? Thunder 3. This looks like a kid's show. Hono no Tokiya Dodge Danko, the sequel to legendary dodgeball manga. Okay, no. Samurai Troopers. Wow, it's way down here. I watched season 1 of Samurai Troopers. I should probably follow up with the second season of Samurai Troopers. Pan no Akachan. Nope. And Aware. There we go. Well, that's it. I've picked all the ones that I want to watch for the summer season. Hopefully there's not too many, but let's have a look here. Yeah, 18. Okay, fine. So much for just having 10 of them. But like I say, I could drop these in a moment, just if I'm watching it and it doesn't strike me as something that I want to keep up with, it's going to be gone. So, 18. Man, 18. Oh, I didn't think it would be that many. Oh, well. Well, I hope you guys have your lists as well for the summer season. It's coming up. We'll have a good old time, and we'll go over, after this season's over, we'll go over and see which ones we liked and which ones we didn't like. Where's Samurai in the ratings? Because you haven't heard of it in a bit. Yeah, I don't know what it was rated the last time. Samurai Troopers. Well, let's have a look and see what they rated at the first one here. It got a 57% average score, 50%, 8% mean score. Wow, I guess a lot of people did not like that. Number 93 highest rated, 2026. Not very good at all, Fabric. Okay, well, there's the list. There is everything that's coming out. All right, well, it's time for me to wrap things up here. This is a little extra long stream because of picking the summer season. And I hope everyone enjoyed the theme of the month, which was anime into video games or video games into anime. There's some excellent ones out there. So if you're a fan of anime, you should be able to find a game of it. Or if you have a game that you really like playing, maybe there's an anime of it. Check it out. I might come up with this theme might show up next year, where we'll have more games and more shows to watch. But yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tell your friends, spread the word, let them know old Pop's here. I stream on Saturdays and Sunday mornings and on Tuesday nights. You're surprised because you enjoyed it and have season 2 on your... Yeah. I enjoyed Samurai Troopers as well. So coming up, everybody, on Tuesday, Trades Talk Tuesday, we put on our hard hats and safety boots and step into the industrial world. So come on by. Let's go over some of the shortages in the skilled trades out there. We'll also take a look at some of the projects I've been involved with. I'll have pictures and videos. We'll do our accident investigation. All that kind of good stuff is on Trades Talk Tuesdays. Saturday is going to be more Trails in the Sky. That game's got me hooked. I'm loving it. Trails in the Sky is a fun game. I like playing the OG, the original for the PlayStation Portable. It's a well-done game, good story, and the fighting system is good too, and leveling up. Very satisfying. So that's happening on Saturday. Sunday, once again, we'll be here. Actually, no stream. No streams next weekend, I think. Let me check my calendar. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. No streams Saturdays and Sundays for July because we're going to an anime convention. That's right. You heard it here. Mr. and Mrs. Mechanic are going to go to an anime convention, which takes place on the Saturday and Sunday, which I believe is July 4th and July 5th. So we'll have stories when we come back, but it's going to be a good time. So don't panic. We will be back. Oh, and when I'm not here, obviously check out these other streamers like Pacific 4 and 4. Good old Mike, he's doing his pop talk. And DJ Ronnie G, Brandon the Anime Guy, the Backlog Battler. That's Carl's channel. He has some good stuff. It's still Odin Sphere. You just think you're playing a new game. Yes, that could be it. Oh yes, Comic Relief Crusader. He's going to be starting in 35 minutes. You want to see the Comic Relief Crusader, you stop into his channel. He's doing huge circles today. Over on Kick and Twitch, it's Infinite Metal. It's always fun to watch him play some retro games and indie games and getting mocked by his undead dragon lord. It's a fun time. And I'm one of his mods. So hey, stop on by. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time. Make a video. We'd love to see convention footage. I'll see what I can do, Fabric. Definitely see what I can do. And finally, there's a VTuber. Her name is Call Me Kixie. She's over on Twitch. She plays a lot of indie games. She finds those runs you can't find on anywhere else. Like on Steam, she really digs down deep and finds those games. And it's a fun time. She's very warm and welcoming and family friendly, so you'll have no trouble watching Call Me Kixie. Very chill stream. She's a great person. Tell her that Pop sent you if you ever stop in there and see how she's doing. We Americans will be celebrating No King's Day on the 4th. Yes! And I want to say happy Independence Day to all my American friends. I mean, I'm glad you guys did what you did. And I'm glad that we are, no matter what anybody says, I think Canada and America are great allies. We go well together. We should, it should be us against the rest of the world, honestly. I don't know why we aren't, but, people that are in charge are not that bright, or they're doing things on purpose to cause dissension between the countries, and they shouldn't. We are great allies, and I always think that. But that's it for me today, everyone. I had a great time. I hope you had fun too, and I hope to see you guys the next time I'm going to be streaming, which will be Tuesday. Tuesday, Trades Talk. Stop on by. Let's get industrial. Until then, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.